What we are going to do is you are going to start with the blank presentation. Let me do this, file, new. So it says blank workbook. We're going to go ahead and open that. Okay. So when it comes to Excel, there's a couple things. Who here has worked with Excel before? Just one? Okay. So bear with me as we talk about some basics. There is a different vocabulary that we use when we work with Excel. It's kind of like you're playing Battleship when you try to explain to someone where something is. A1, B5, C9. Okay, those are common things that we call out. If you notice on the top it's alphabetical, and on the side it's numbered. So where it's alphabetical, these are called columns. Columns. They hold up the sheet. Okay, this is very important that you know. These that are numbered are rows. Okay, so you've got rows and columns, and then each of these little boxes is called a cell. Okay, right up here you see what looks like a URL bar. This is called a formula bar, and that's where we put in our mathematical formulas. It's not as crazy as it sounds. It's actually very easy. But we're going to go through it several times so it becomes just natural for you. Now, a lot of this is very similar to what is in Google Drive called Sheets. However, it is not as robust. It's not as full as Excel. So if you want to get the full, everything that Excel can do, you stay in Excel. When we go over to Sheets, you'll start to see that it's missing a lot of really key features, which I'm sure Google will fix in time. But as of right now, Excel is still the better program. Okay, so that's why we're starting in Excel and not going over to Google Drive and using their sheets. All right, so we are going to be creating something together. I need you to follow it exactly as how I'm doing it. That's how I'm grading it, is to make sure that I'm seeing everything that you're doing. Okay, so if you know a shortcut, do not use it, because I'm going to be checking to make sure that you're doing this piece by piece. All right, so everybody click on A1. A1. Wait, I have my Excel formula practice. Okay, so this is basically what we're creating. We're going to be creating this, what you can see up here. Okay, so this first part says Excel formula practice. So I'm going to go into A1 and I'm going to type in my formula bar, Excel formula practice. Okay. I'll wait for you all to catch up. Now, if I click in A1, you're going to see that that comes through all the way across. But if I click in B2 or B1, it's empty. That's because all of this has lived in this one cell here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to click in A1, and I'm going to hold down my left button, my normal click that I use, and I'm going to go over to, let's go over to column E. So that is all now gray. Just a second, my thing will come back up. And in the middle here, you'll see wrap text and merge and center. We are going to click on merge and center. Check and see what I did on this one. Category 16. Okay. As we are doing this, if you jump ahead and I'm still helping other students, please go over to typing.com. Just open up a tab so that you're not just sitting there waiting and no one feels pressured that they're not getting it fast enough. Okay? So right now we have from A to E merged together. Okay? So are we all able to do that? No? Okay, so we're going typed in A1, yeah? So click on A1. Nope, you didn't. Let's click on B1. Here it is. You see those results? Okay. So you're going to click on A and you're going to slide all the way over to A1. All the way over to E1.
Oh yeah, that's small one. Oh yeah, we're going to do that. Yeah, we'll break up actions.
Okay, let's go back to Excel. And now we are going to change the font size of what we just put in there. Paula, you okay? Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay, I just can't see that far. All right, so with this selected, notice that when it's highlighted in green, that means that that area is selected. Okay, I'm just clicking around. Okay, this means that it's selected. Whatever I'm clicking on is surrounded in green. All right, so I'm going to go over to Formula, Excel Formula Practice. I have those cells selected. And you're used to this from Word, where you see the Calibri, and then next to it is the number 11. Now you have an option of dropping down and going to 16, or you can hit that big A next to it, and that's going to increase the font size each time you click on it. Okay, so I'm going to click it up to 24. What did I do this one? D 31. Okay. All right. That one was easy. We're going to click on that area again. And this time, where are you? Right underneath where we have our number 24 is our paint bucket. Okay, and we're going to fill in that cell with that light blue that's kind of down where the rainbow is. Okay, so now we have a light blue background. The lettering is kind of hard to see, so where you have the A with the red line under it, we're going to change this to white. Okay. All right. Now we get to type in some numbers. So I'm going to read off the, wait, let's do the letters first, excuse me. Let's go to A2, and we are going to type in base number. So A2, type in base number. If you hit tab, that will take you over to A2, or you can just click on, or excuse me, B2. Or you can just click on B2, and that one we are going to be typing in add 6 to base. So in B2, we're putting in add 6 to base. So when you do that, you're going to notice, like on my screen, column A, it says base num. And I typed in base number. So that means that this cell is too short. It needs to be longer. And you have two options, and I want you to look at my screen. There are these little lines in between the A and the B. And if you hover right in the middle, you get this line with an arrow going left and right. Now you have the option of clicking on that and holding down your click and adjusting it, or you can double click and it will make it to the perfect size. Okay? So make sure that A2 and B2 fit to the words that are in the cell. Okay? So that's a quick fix. Now we're going to do multiply base by 3. Multiply base by 3. And I'm going to make that cell the right size. And in D2, we're going to divide base by 2. And then in E2, we're going to type the word average. Okay, so I'm going to walk around and make sure that you guys have got this okay. Remember, if you're totally done, just scooch over to typing.com so no one feels rushed. Dragging it is sometimes hard. I do suggest you double click on that line between the letters. That way it auto fits it for you. Do not touch your mouse. Do not touch your mouse. I have just a couple more that are working on it, so just give us some time. All right. Are we all there? Isabel, how you doing, honey?
She's just writing it.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and go back to Excel. What we are going to be doing is putting in some numbers in the base number area. Okay? I'm going to go rather slow because honestly, not all of us are the fastest. Okay? So we are going to go over to our cell A3. Okay, and we're going to type the letter 9 and hit enter. Now the number 5 and enter. Number 7 and enter. Malia, let's start with the number 9, then 5, then 7. Hurry up, honey. All right, after 7 we have 13, enter, 14, enter, 17, enter, 21, enter. Type in the numbers, Malia. 32, enter, 45, enter, 67, enter, 89, enter, 43, enter, 22, enter, 99, enter, and 6, enter. In A18, we're going to type the word totals. Totals. Okay? So I have the following numbers for those of you that got hung up on some of the numbers. We've got 9, Malia. Just 9, 5, 7, 13, 14, 17, 21, 32, 45, 67, 89, 43, 22, 99, and 6. We all there? All right, good deal. Now we are going to be creating a border. Okay? So what you are going to do is from wake up. There we go. From A2, and you're going to hold down your left click, and we're going to go all the way down and all the way over. Okay, so I have my whole area selected. I've got from A2 all the way from E, looks like 18 selected. I can let go of that, and it's going to stay gray. Now remember, if you accidentally make a mistake like copying a cell or something, Control Z will undo anything you just did. Control Z is a saver. Okay, now, right here, let's see, where are you? Next to the paint bucket, next to the paint bucket, you'll see these little squares with an arrow down. I want you to click on that arrow. There we go. And you'll see a whole bunch of options for your borders. Yeah, it happens every time I sit over here. We want all borders. Okay? Oops, I'm on the wrong side. Wake up. There you are. Can hear you. All borders. Okay? So that puts a little border around each and every cell. So yours should look like mine. When you're done, we're going to click away so that you can see that you've got everything selected, which is awesome. Okay, right now we're going to select from A2 over to E2. Okay, so that's all of our headers. And we're going to bold these guys because they're important. They're our header. Now that might make that cell not fit anymore. And if that's true, then we're just going to double click on our A. Come back. Hello. Double click on our B through the C. We're just making sure that everything's fitting the way it's supposed to. And it is. Alright. I want to show you something real quickly so that when it happens it's not too surprising. If you type in a number and it doesn't fit, oh how funny, it actually auto-fit for me. Mine's not going to do it, of course. There we go. Okay. You see how I have these two hashtags here, or pound signs? That's telling us that we have a number here and it's just not fitting in that space, and that's when you need to go up here and double click, and now it has the space for it. Okay, so when you see that happen, that's all that means. Now the fun part. We are going to be doing the add 6, multiply, divide, and then at the very end we'll figure out our averages. Okay? What's nice about this is it does the math for us. So that's why most of us use Excel. If we can't figure out where it has the calculator, we'll go into Excel and just figure it out there. Alright, so click on B3. Alright, up in the formula bar, this guy right here, see this guy? We're going to click in our formula bar until you see your cursor is blinking. Okay, you see how it's blinking? That means it's ready for us to occupy that area. You know what? I did not. There we go. Make sure that your B3 is actually surrounded in the green so that you know that it's selected. Mine was just way over here, so I needed to make sure that I'd actually clicked in my B3. And now that I'm up here, my formula, I'm going to do a formula that's going to go in there. Up on your keyboard next to your backspace, you will see an equal symbol and a plus symbol. We're going to click on it once so that we can get that equal. Equal tells Excel that we are going to be doing a formula. Okay, and this says we are going to be adding 6 to base. So we have a couple ways of doing this, and this is the only way that I'm going to show you because this is the way I want you to do it. We are going to type in the number 6. Okay, use your 10 keypad over on the right side. It's much easier. We're going to hit that plus symbol. And now you are going to click on A3 where the 9 is and hit enter. Okay. Do not do an add 6 to base by going doing your own math where you do equal, let's go here. Let's see. Not minus. We're doing equal get in there. 6 plus 5. Okay, it's going to give you the right answer, but we're changing the numbers afterwards, so you don't want to do it that way. Okay, so make sure that now that we are on B4, click on your B4 and then click on your formula bar. And we're going to do the same thing again. Equal symbol. We already know that we're adding 6, so we're going to put in 6 plus, and then click on A4. Yes, ma'am. I put in the formula. Equal 6 plus A3. Enter. Okay, so we are going to do these all the way down, and it's always the same. Equal 6 plus, then we click on A5 and enter. Equal 6 plus, click on the 13, which is A6, and hit enter. Okay, and do it all the way down. When you're done, go over to typing.com. And the one that you just did. Make that look okay?
What do you want to finish the
You spit out your gum, and then it's spit out. You're gonna type nitrogen. All right, friends, let's go back to Excel. All right, and next we are going to do multiply. Where is my cursor? Ah, that's why. All right, so to multiply is the asterisk. Look at your 8, your number 8 on the numbers across the top, and you'll see if you hit Shift 8, that is your asterisk. But on the 10 keypad, the asterisk is on the very top next to the dash and the backspace or the backslash. I don't know what that means. So it's the little asterisk guy. I don't know if you guys know the name for him. You all know what an asterisk is?
I do.
It's a star. There we go. Thank you. It's the star. Okay. Well, in Excel, that means multiply. So instead of putting in a plus symbol, now we're going to just put in the asterisk. So we are in C3, and we're going to go up to our formula bar, and we're going to say equal 3 asterisk, and we're going to click on A3 and hit enter. And now we have what is 3 times 9? 27. Okay, and then go down to C4, and we're going to hit our equal symbol, again. I'm going to put in the number 3, asterisk, and go back to our base number, which is A4, and we're going to click on that And 11 times 3, or excuse me, 5 times 3 is 15. Okay, and we're going to continue that all the way down. And we have 5 minutes left.